When more than 1,500 people gathered a week ago at the Lansing Center, they were part of the biggest luncheon in the country, honoring the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
That event takes a lot of people and a lot of planning to pull off, and leading that effort for the past 15 years, the chairperson of the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Commission of Mid-Michigan, a woman who is making an impact.
This is my office, and actually these are my new digs. Yeah. I moved here last April.
In her second-floor office at East Lansing City Hall, Elaine Hardy has lined the walls with civil rights history.
This is Lyndon B. Johnson signing the 1964 Civil Rights Act.
Pivotal moments in the fight for equality, marches, sit-ins, quotes from civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr.
Now is the time to lift our nation from the quicksand of racial injustice to the solid rock of brotherhood.
But the Dr. King quote she identifies with most,
he said, "Anybody can be great, because anybody can serve."
And Elaine Hardy is living out those words, serving as East Lansing's very first director of diversity, equity, and inclusion, helping East Lansing become
a fully inclusive place to live, work, and do business.
Prior to this current role, Hardy managed East Lansing's Hannah Community Center for 19 years.
I had the privilege every day of going to work and seeing people from all walks of life, young and old, people of all faiths, come into that community center and have some of the most precious moments of their life.
One of the most precious moments of her life when she received the annual Athena Award, recognizing women uplifting other women in the community.
To be considered to be a part of that group was just something that it has been one of the greatest honors of my life. Yeah.
The purpose of having the holiday is to get people to connect with the spirit and the teachings of Dr. King.
Another great moment came during the pandemic when the MLK luncheon was canceled, and Hardy and her team produced an hour-long TV special featuring a conversation with Dr. King's daughter, Bernice King.
It was that broadcast and an interview with Bernice King that garnered us this amazing Emmy.
Awards aside, Elaine Hardy says a signature moment in her career came during a memorable meeting with civil rights icon John Lewis.
His signature is precious, but again, standing and looking at this, he was amazed that we had the print.
John Lewis was part of the Civil Rights March in Selma, Alabama in 1965 and was beaten by state troopers in a violent incident known as Bloody Sunday. He went on to become a United States congressman and visited East Lansing 11 years ago.
When he visited us in 2014, I had an opportunity to spend some quiet moments with him.
Enough time to get these prints signed and hear the words that would have an indelible impact.
I asked him if it bothered him to see this, and then the very brutal one of him being beaten by sheriff's deputies. And he said, "No, Elaine." He said, "I would do it all over again."
Inspiring words, she says, help her look to the future without forgetting the past.
I'm hoping that we'll be able to, at one time, to pass on to a new and emergent generation a world where they don't have to fight for those basic freedoms.
Elaine Hardy, making an impact. And we want to hear from you about people who are making an impact in our community. You can email us or head to our website to nominate someone who is making an impact.